Hello, I'm Diego Caraballo. Ladies and gentlemen, let me start by asking you a simple question. If you had to choose between a job that you love but barely pays your bills and a job that you dislike but provides you with financial stability, which one would you choose? Most of us, when truly faced with this dilemma, lean towards the second option. Why? Because in today's society, money has become more than just a paper or numbers in a bank account. It has become the foundation of our survival, our comfort, and even our sense of security. Nowadays, a high salary has become a very important part of human life. Remuneration is not just a figure to pay checks, it is a fundamental resource. But is money really that significant in modern society? I believe that it is, and I am here to convince you why. When I was a child, I quickly learned that everything has a price, whether it was toys, food, or even doctor's visits. Nothing came for free. As adults, we see this truth even more clearly. Without money, we cannot buy what we need. Food, healthcare, housing, transportation, and public services are all tied to financial resources. There is an entire culture built around money, and the idea of giving value to everything has evolved in society. Now, some people argue that money does not buy happiness, and yes, that may be right in some cases. Happiness is complex. It involves relationship, health, and personal fulfillment. But let me ask you, how much happiness can a person truly feel if they go to bed hungry? How much peace of mind can you have in your cannot pay rent or afford medication for your family? Money may not directly buy happiness, but it buys the conditions that allow happiness to grow. It is clear, however, that not all the time can we earn what we want or obtain what we desire. Often, we cannot access the well-paid jobs we deserve, since these are usually available only to people with higher education or specialized skills. That's why many people feel trapped. They must choose between following their passions and pursuing financial stability. This is the reality of our modern job market. But here comes the important question. When we talk about careers and personal satisfaction, should salary be the priority? I argue that it should. Of course, enjoying what we do is important, but it cannot be placed above survival. Imagine a musician who loves every second of performing but earns so little that they struggle to cover basic needs. Compare that to a doctor who may not feel passionate about every task but earns stable salary, can provide for their family, and live comfortably. Which of these two lives would be less stressful? Which person will have more opportunities to enjoy life outside the work? Let me also highlight another aspect. Money provides freedom with financial stability. People can travel, explore hobbies, invest in their health, and support their loved ones. Without it, even the most passionate careers becomes a burden. Salary, therefore, is not just about survival, it's about choices. A high salary opens doors, while a low salary closes them. No, I want to address the counter argument. Some say, do you love and you'll never work? Do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. That sounds beautiful, doesn't it? But it is also misleading. Many people who follow their passions, whether in the arts, sports, or creative industries, often discover that passion alone does not pay the bills. Reality quickly replaces idealism. What happens when the rent is due? When your children need school supplies? When medical emergencies strike, is important, but without money, it becomes a luxury that few can afford. On the other hand, let us imagine some who choose a career primarily for financial stability. Maybe they are not deeply passionate about accounting, engineer, or law, but their salary allows them to enjoy time with family, build a future, and reduce stress about daily survival. They may not be in love with their job, but they can love their life their job provides. And isn't that, in the end, what really matters? Therefore, I consider that choosing an ideal salary may be more realistic than prioritizing the satisfaction we get from our professions. We have to adapt. We have to adapt to the modern market and focus first on covering our basic needs rather than chasing enjoyment at work. It is more about understanding that with an acceptable salary, the quality of life can be more enjoyable. To wrap up, let's us be honest with ourselves. We live in a world where financial stability is directly linked to the survival, opportunity, and peace of mind. While passion and job satisfaction are desirable, they cannot replace security that money provides. So, yes, salary matters. More than we sometimes want to admit. It is not about rate, it's about survival, dignity, and freedom. Ladies and gentlemen, the next time you hear the phrase, money is not everything, remember this. Money may not buy happiness directly, but it buys the foundation upon which happiness can be built. And that is modern society. Is priceless.